Good evening, everyone. Frank, KG6NLW, coming to you live for the NorCal SwapNet. This is edition number 34 on August 21st, 2025. This is hosted every Thursday on the N6ICW Repeater system in the Northern California area. For more information, you can visit N6ICW.org. I'll be here as long as the net's running because I am net control tonight and I have an upgraded setup, so this will be quite fun indeed. Uh-oh, I just lost that screen. Oh well. Anyway, let me get this, move that. If you out there in YouTube land want to make a listing, follow that information up there in the top corner. Name, call sign, location, items for buy, sell, trade, and your contact info. Can be phone or email. And put that in the chat, and I will put it in the list and make the listing for you. Before I get going here, buy me a coffee, Patreon, and playlist, Discord. All the links are live. All the links are good in the description. I will be dropping them here anyway, just in case you miss them. So hopefully you don't. And if you're on Team Replay, well, they're down in that description box down below. So just click the show more and you'll get all of them. With that, let's see here. It is 0259. So I have a couple seconds before the official start of the net. So there you go. That's how we're gonna do things around here. And while we're waiting, yes, I have one of these guys, and it is. Oh, let's see here. There we go. If you guys have one of the TalkPod N39 pluses, find me on 160-800. Lots of fun. Anyway, that's about it for me there. Let's see here. Bring this. No, I don't want to shrink that. I want to bring it over here so that I can see it while I'm doing everything else. Hopefully my audio on YouTube is okay. That's a big concern. Not really. All right, 0300. All right, it is 0300 on Thursday. It is time for another Northern California SwapNet. Good evening, one and all. This is Frank, Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey, and I am your host for the NorCal Swap. This net is hosted every Thursday at 0300 UTC, 8 p.m. Pacific time. To get into the net, you can get in three different ways on the N6ICW repeater system. There is 147195 high above the valley and everything else on Mount Vaca. It is a positive offset and a PL of 123 hertz. There is also Chico 14694, negative offset of 600 kilohertz and a PL of 123 hertz. And last but certainly not least, Lake Tahoe, you're included too. 145.150, negative offset and PL 123 hertz. There are also a ton of voting receivers throughout the whole valley. You can talk from Redding, Chico, all the way down to Fresno and beyond, into the Bay and more. A big thank you to Chris, N6ICW, for use of the repeater system. He absolutely has a great system, and we appreciate the continued use of the system for the NorCal Swap. If you wish to make a listing, come forward with the suffix of your call sign, wait for me to acknowledge you, and then come back with your full call sign along with your name, location, items for buy, sell, or trade, because this is a buy, sell, trade net, and your contact info. It can be phone or email. and then close out the listing with your call sign again. I will then read everything back to you, and if everything's A-OK, then awesome. We'll keep going from there. We also take check-ins. You just want to hop in and say hi, see how someone's doing, see how we're doing, whatever. Feel free to do so as well with that. There are 3 keywords that you need to know for this net. Info is one of those. If you miss something in the listing, you stepped out of the room for dinner or whatever, info and your call sign, and I'll read back the listing, the last listing if we have one. Comment if maybe John is listening, or Armand, or Clarence, and you just want to say hello to them. Comment followed by your call sign. Wait for me to acknowledge you, of course, and then you can go ahead with the traffic. And then last, but the most important, break or priority. That set of keywords, either break or priority. We stop everything on the net, see what's happening with you or what's going on in your urgent situation, and get it resolved. There are tons of ears listening throughout the Central Valley, the Bay Area, including several SDR receivers with pinpoint locations. So it's very easy to find out where things are. With that, I'm going to open SwapNet edition number 34 on August 21st, 2025. Who's going to be number 1 tonight?
Hey, I'll take a quick shot with a little bit of data. KJ6JD, Jack Daniels here.
Oh, go for it, John. Good evening. How you doing?
I can't complain. Cats are obstinate. I'm taking care of my kitty, which my neighbor takes care of, but she's off taking care of herself, having fun at my Tahoe. So, and of course the cat won't come outside but that's the way life is. You can never get people to do what you want or cats to do what you want. Hey, I found out a few minutes ago from Mike that there was a ham exam tonight out in Folsom. I thought they resumed next month, but he told me they resumed this month. So I've got some interesting results for you.
Well, you know what's funny about that, John? N6ICW actually just dropped into my chat on YouTube and said, a big happening at the Folsom Ham exam tonight. KJ6JD has all the details. So go ahead with those details, John.
Oh, I'm glad he checked in. I was telling him about all your achievements as far as putting that stuff all up, and he thought he was pretty enthused. Anyway, he gave me the details, and here's the deets from the ham exam out there. They had, I think, count them 5 or something applicants. They turned out 2 new techs. They turned out 1 general upgrade. And you're going to love this one. They turned out 2 trifectas. People would come in as a civilian and leave as an extra. 2 of them, mind you. One of them about Mike's age, and one of them younger, 20s or something, or maybe less. Anyway, one way or the other, 2 people that went in being straight up civilians and went through all 3 exams and succeeded. Like 1 and 3 wrong, I think, for the total set. So anyway, hats off to those people, and of course to everybody that goes out and upgrades and takes the exam. So welcome to the hobby if anybody happens to be listening to the machine. And what else have I got to say tonight? Not much. I'll break here so that I can give the machine a chance.
Well, real quick, John, all I have to say is congratulations and fantastic job to all of them.
FGI.
Stand by, Gary. Go ahead, John.
Oh, that's okay. I was going to say go ahead, Gary. See what he's got to comment on that.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Gary.
Well, you can walk in with nothing at all and come out with all those extras. You're doing awful good, well prepared. I just got part of that. The battery went dead, and I went down to grab a fresh one. But just checking in, nothing list, just listening on. And good evening, John. And good evening to, I think it sounds like Frank.
Indeed, it is. Even with the weak signal at times.
Yeah, you are a little noisy tonight.
You know, John, we have had worse, so... anyway, anything else from you tonight, John?
Just for the hell of it, stop me if, but if anybody out there has a 2-meter amp, you know, one of those little ones that puts out a couple hundred watts, little bricks, something like that they aren't using and would like to contribute to a good cause, Frank could certainly use a boost in signal performance to get in here and do this better. So, if anybody has one, give me or Frank a call, and let's see if we can maybe improve the quality of this. Be nice if it was a freebie, but yeah, if you've got something laying around and you haven't used it lately. So there you go, Frank. I know you've been resisting that one, so tell me to go away if you wouldn't be open to that.
Well, this will answer your question, John. Number 1 tonight, Kilo Jack 6, Jack Daniels, John in Sacramento. He has a want. He's looking for a 2-meter amp for a good cause. It would be to boost my signal, so I'm a little better on the repeater for these swap nets. Give John or myself a call. John can be reached 916-616-9980, and I am good on QRZ.
Well, I'm not bad on QRZ, but I'm not as good as you. Anyway, that would be appreciated by everybody, I'm sure, because white noise is not our friend. So, anyway, I'm glad to hear you on and hear you this week. So that's a good thing. And I'll get out of the way, and maybe somebody else will call up with another listing, or maybe a person with a 2-meter amp will drop by. So that's the results from the FolsomHamExams.org. By the way, that's how you can sign up for those for next month. FolsomHamExams.org. And turned out some happy people tonight. Have fun, guys. I'll chat with you soon down the dial. KJ6JD.
Oh, absolutely. That sounds like they turned out some good contacts tonight for new operators. Thank you, Mike, for hosting those, and thanks, John, for the relay of the fantastic message. And, Mike, if you're still watching, good job. Bravo. Thank you. And with that, this is the NorCal SwapNet, and we're looking for check-ins or listing number 2 tonight. Okay. It's going to be one of them nights, huh? Well, it's nice and early, so people are still probably warming up their radios to come say hi on 2 meters, although I don't think you got to warm up radios for 2 meters anymore. This is the NorCal SwapNet, and we're looking for check-ins or listing number 2. Who's going to be it tonight?
Check in, Kilo Golf 6, Juliet Alpha Bravo, John in Camino, and we'll say good evening to the net and to everyone around. And I don't have a lot to offer unless anybody wants to buy some cheap used kids, but the problem is they eat a lot, and I don't think anybody wants to pay for the overhead.
John, you're right. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to pay for that overhead. Good to hear you checking in tonight. How you doing?
Doing well. I have a kind of an interesting prospect. I'll throw it out there, and we'll see if anybody else joins in with maybe wanting to get involved. What if I offered a quarter interest in a upgraded radio system for you, and I got 2 or 3 others to offer the other 3 quarters, and we were to upgrade you to maybe a 100-watt power, 100-watt unit that would really make that beam of yours sing. Just a thought, and I'm sort of willing to stand here and say that I'd put up 25%. I happen to know of something that's available on the market right now that's on the on Facebook Marketplace that could be a really good solution for your situation. So, maybe if we had a couple others that were talking to us, we might be able to do something good for you, Frank.
Well, that would be absolutely wonderful, John. There's only one qualification for the radio. I have to be able to interface it mostly easily. I can build my own cable to a degree, but I have to be able to interface it to an XLR cable to go through the mixing device in order to put all the audio through YouTube as well, because the Markow SwapNet does go out to YouTube on my channel every Thursday.
Well, I was looking at an ICOM 9700 that has a computer output on the back of it that allows you to talk directly to your computer. So that could be an interesting thing to investigate. Anyway, maybe John Dyer and I should talk offline. And John, if you hear this, I'm sure you're listening. Maybe this is something we should talk about offline. But it could be something we could do together. And I'm sure we could maybe find the other 2 players that'd be willing to bet you might be. You never know. You might be willing to play with this side of the equation. Who knows? Anyway, throwing the ball out there to see who bats it back at us and see what happens. My email is good on QRZ as well, KG6JAB, and I'm willing to listen to people's ideas.
Oh, fantastic.
Kilowatt brick. That when he keyed, he just owned the machine. But anyway, yeah, that's not a bad thought, John. We need to get together anyway and chat about that internet deal. So I'll try and call you here in the next few days. And yeah, we'll see what we can do to make more noise. KJ6JD.
All right, John. I'm with you on that one. I kind of like the concept. And like I said, if you were to make a quick search right now while we're listening, I think you'd find what I'm talking about. KG6JB.
Oh, very much appreciated there, guys. And we'll wrap that as John and John sharing the listing for want of a 2-meter amp or a 100-watt radio for a good cause. How's that? We'll just wrap it in. Who wants to? Yeah, well, you guys can talk offline. Thanks for checking in, John. Anything else? Anything fun going on, or shall I move on?
Oh, don't forget the cheap kids. I'm serious about that. We got higher education to pay for. I could turn that over to somebody else.
Would you be interested in maybe a trade for a cat? I stand a chance with the kids of them taking care of me, but the cat...
Yeah, you're out of luck with a cat. I already got one of those. 2 dogs. We're screwed.
Give you 3 cats.
12 chickens.
Oh, man, this is becoming the barter net of animals for fun and kids. All right. Guys, you guys talk offline about things, and hey, if things happen, things happen. If not, I'm going to keep pushing through every week until Armand comes back, because somebody's got to keep this going. Thanks for checking in tonight, Sean.
All right, guys. KG6JB.
And with that, this is the NorCal SwapNet Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey, your host for it. And we're looking for check-ins or listing number 2. Who's going to be it tonight?
This is Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo November X-Ray, Daniel in Sacramento, and just checking in, and a couple of things. One, say hello to the first John, ending JAB, call sign ending JAB. John was my first contact last
Jody,
week, Thursday,
you'll have to go back to
after
team
I had
replay.
been licensed just the day prior. So, John, good to hear you on here. This is, I think, one of the first places I heard you. And if your email is good on QRZ, I will shoot you an email to jump in on 25% of that amp. So just checking in, saying hello, and happy to lend a hand.
Well, I'll say good evening to you, Daniel. Thanks for checking in tonight. And I'm sure one of the two Johns, or both of them, heard that. They probably already went to the back channels, if you will. Good evening to you. How you doing otherwise?
Doing well, doing well. Actually, just got the little guy down for sleep. So, John, I don't know that I'm looking to jump straight into funding college, but, I'm still, working through pull-ups. So, different struggle on my end here.
Yeah, I think the Johns went to the back channel. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah, Daniel, I think the Johns went to the back channels there. And congratulations on the barely dry paperwork there. I just looked you up real quick, and boy, howdy, that is a new license. Congratulations.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Really excited. Really been great to see, folks I've made some contacts with in the community have open arms to welcome me in, and looking forward to meeting a lot more folks along the way.
Absolutely. Well, we are here every Thursday at 8 p.m., 0300 UTC. We are here every Thursday, every single Thursday, no matter what. We are always going to be here for the NorCal SwapNet at 8 p.m., nice and sharp, at 0300 UTC. So feel free to drop by and say hi, or if you want to buy, sell, or trade, or, if you have a want or something, go ahead and feel free to list it, to listen around and have fun with it. And if you throw my call sign into YouTube, I also live stream the session. So if you ever miss one, you can watch it later on down the road there. Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey. Thanks for checking in tonight, Daniel.
Thanks so much, and been listening for a month or so, and will continue to do so. Nice to chat with you, and I'll make a note of your call sign. It's Daniel KO6, KNX, clear.
And that's how you do it, folks. Nice, easy check-in sometimes. Thanks for checking in, Daniel. With that, this is the NorCal SwapNet, and we're looking for check-ins or listing number 2.
Oh, why not? I'll say hello. Good evening, Frank. WB2ZEI. How you doing?
Well, Armand, you sound 100 times better than you have been. How you doing tonight? WB2ZEI KG6NLW. Good evening. How you doing? You got an update for us?
Let's see. Yeah, still here in the SNF, skilled nursing facility, and still working on physical therapy. And looks like I have to.
Right, Jody?
I'm not sure what they're going to do, but I might have to fight them on discharge. But I'm walking a little better, but I'm still not sure if I'm strong enough to go home yet. So, in the meantime, had an ortho appointment today, and they stitched up the little edges of the wound on the toe to make it heal better. So we'll see what that does. And so, days go on. Days go on. And how you doing? Your audio's a little low, but how you feeling? Because I know you weren't feeling good for a while.
If I can get this lined up just right. I'm doing better. A little bit of a cough left here and there, but otherwise, like 100% back and better. Absolutely loving it. And, okay. Yeah, okay, Armand. Definitely doing better, and haven't...
That the carrier to drop it. Oh, by the way, now I'm running 5 watts. So I think the last time it was only 1 watt, but I figured out, played around with the UV 390 that K6DQ lent me, and getting a little more familiar with it. So we're running 5 watts today.
Well, the 5 watts is doing better than my 30 watts. I'll tell you what. You're sounding okay. Yep. All right. We're doing great, Armand. Thanks for checking in tonight. And I meant to call you last week and I forgot to, but I'll make sure I call you tomorrow at some point.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. Very good. If you can, if your schedule allows. Are you still working over I think over the weekend, I think, or would you off on Thursday?
Came home last night. Last night meaning yesterday morning, and Sunday night through Tuesday night, and then I'm back home.
Okay, that's good. And how's your mom doing? I hope she's all healed up.
NW6.
Oh, yeah, she's back to her normal self. Absolutely. Well, Armand,
Oh, am I stepping on the pedal? I'll be darned.
W and in the North Swap.
Okay. Well, hopefully, Armand, you're hearing me, and Frank, I think I heard his approval. But anyway, Armand, good to hear you, buddy. Keep it short, and hope to hear you soon. You're loud and proud. And Frank, back to you, sir. Thanks for letting me say that.
Oh, good evening there, Mitch. And John, no problem there, John. Fantastic, Armand. She's back to her normal cranky old self, and that's in a good that's in an endearing way. Don't worry, that's endearing. She's back to her normal self here. Thanks for checking in, Armand. Anything else tonight? Yes, Jody.
Nope, that'll do it. I guess I'm glad to hear that, and I know what you mean. So take care, Frank, and of course, thank you again for doing what you do for these last 13, 14, 15 weeks. And we'll just keep on keeping on the best we can and see what happens in in the future. KG6NLW, WB2ZEI.
Oh, absolutely. And I just did a quick look back here. I started on edition number 20, and we're at edition number 34. It's been 14 weeks already. Jeez, what is that? Almost half the year already? Oh, man. We need you back, Armand, but I'm glad you get to check in. That's important. Anyway, thanks for checking in. And this is your...
WKY. Hope you're having a good evening, Armand. Blessings and wishes of good health back to you. And sounds like this American Canyon person is back on the air again. That's okay. We can talk over it. I don't have anything to offer to the net to sell or need at the moment, but I thought I would chime in and say hello to everybody and remind you that it's hot out there in the daytime. Drink some water, stay indoors, and turn your radio on and chat it up with your friends. Okay, Frank, this is Jerry, KD6WKY. Over to you.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. And
howdy and bye into Armand before he gets away from the radio. It's good to hear your voice again.
Everyone wants to say hi to Armand. Well, real quick, does anyone else want to say hi to Armand before he disappears?
Whiskey 60, Oscar Mike.
LB is a disgrace to
Keep giving it all the faith you can. We're pressing on and hoping that you're doing well from Camino, KG6JAB.
All righty, guys. Thank you, John. I heard Charlie in there, and also Mitch. I forgot I was going to say something. Oh, one thing that I wanted to mention, and probably Frank knows, but
if I wasn't busy fucking with
Lincoln was probably put on by the Western Plaza Amateur Radio Club, and since Frank has to wear many hats now, he's busy and maybe doesn't have a lot of time to do research. So I just wanted to remind everybody about that swap coming up on September 20, just a little less than a month away. Go ahead, Frank.
Oh, fantastic, Armand. Thank you. I was going to talk about that. There's also another swap coming up soon. Anyone else to say hi to Armand before I go into that? All right, hearing nothing, we'll take our SwapNet / swap service on 40-meter break here, because that's what I'm calling it, apparently. The third annual Stan Joaquin Swap Meet, Stanislaus Amateur Radio Association and the Stockton Delta Amateur Radio Club are hosting it. It is Saturday, September 6th. That's in just over 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from this Saturday. It is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., 927 Rapona Avenue in Ripon, California, at the Ripon Grange Hall. For more information, Whiskey 6 Sierra Foxtrot, W6SF.org. Free admission, of course. Lunch is $7. Swap meet space is $20, which includes a meal ticket. You do have to contact Joyce at the club in order to get your spot reserved. And then, of course, as Armand mentioned, the Western Placer Amateur Radio Club is hosting the 19th annual, that's been a while, 19th annual Sacramento Valley Hamfest, Saturday, September 20th. So, well, that's a couple more weeks after that there, after Stanislaus. 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., 65 McBean Park Drive in Lincoln, California. $10 per space. Bring your own tables. More information, WPARC.us. That's Western Placer Amateur Radio Club, WPARC.us.
Is that it?
Yes, that is the one at McBean Park at 65 McBean Park Drive in Lincoln. Now, whoever that was, you were very scratchy. And then, every Saturday and Sunday, there is the West Coast swap service on 7240 on 40 meters. It is 12:30 to 2. Both lists are read back on Sunday. So if you list on Saturday, you don't have to come back and relist on Sunday because it will already be there. If you don't have access to 40 meters, you can email Dennis, KB6LZW at protonmail.com. That's Kilo Bravo 6 Lima Zulu Whiskey, or Lazy Zipper Whipper, at protonmail.com. And last but not least, the weekday SwapNet and RagChew every day 11:30 onward on 7225. They did move frequencies due to some QR Mary on 7235, so they're now down at 7225. If you don't have access to 40 meters, you can email Brian, W6BDW at ARRL.net. That's Whiskey 6 Bravo Delta Whiskey 6 Bravo Delta Whiskey at ARRL.net. And now that I have all of that out of the way, this is the NorCal SwapNet, one of the last, if not the last, SwapNet on VHF, UHF. And we're looking for check-ins or buy-sell trade. Who's going to be number 2 tonight?
Kilo.
Whiskey Kilo Yankee.
Trade offer.
All right, I had 2 of you in there. I heard Jerry, and I think I heard Larry in there. Jerry, you go ahead first.
Well, thank you, sir. I don't know if you heard my first transmission. I wanted to check in and say hello to everybody. And I don't have anything to offer for sale, or I don't have a need or a want at the moment, but I thought I would check in and just high-five everybody over 2 meters. Back to you.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, I did hear, the whole flurry of action of everybody saying hi to Armand. I forgot to acknowledge you. So my apologies. I did write you down into the list because I do keep a list of everyone that checks in and who, lists stuff and whatnot. That's how I'm able to read it back every week. So thanks for checking in, Jerry, and I hope all is well with you out there in Vacaville. And Larry, K06IHJ, was that you?
Good evening, Frank. Yes, it was. And good evening, SwapNet. Hey, everybody having a blessed night? I sure am. I'm just checking in and saying 73s, enjoy the cool evening that I hope is going to happen.
I really am, Jerry.
Hang in there, Frank. You're doing a great job on the net. 7-3, K06IHJ will be clear and listening.
There we go. Fantastic. Well, thanks for checking in tonight, Larry, and always good to hear you. And with that, this is the NorCal SwapNet, and we try to stick around till 0345, which is 45 past the hour here. So we're looking for check-ins or buy-sell trade. Who's going to be number 2? Yeah, a band bump. Bump, bump. Hey, where's Side Boom? Side Boom, where are you?
N6ICW.
Well, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. How you doing tonight, Mike? Thanks for checking over on the YouTube side.
Yeah, I finally found my way to a radio. I figured I'd hop in here and say hi. I'm not sure if we've talked before, Frank, so I figured I'd jump in here and say hi and tell you how much I appreciate, and I'm sure everybody appreciates you running the swap while our main guy, Armin, is having some trouble. And haven't been very active recently. You know, it's one of those typical cases of, you know, life getting in the way of ham radio, but working past all that now, so likely to be hearing from me a lot more.
Let the repeater get in there real quick to ID. And, yeah, hi, Mike. I think we've maybe talked once or twice before, but it's been forever. So thanks for checking in tonight. And, well, you know the drill. You've been around longer than I have. We're here every Thursday at 8 p.m., and we stick around for about 45 minutes or so. So, you know, if you find a radio again, feel free to drop in and say hello.
Yeah, thanks, Frank. Yeah, definitely. I think I'll be doing that. You know, trying to get more active in my favorite hobby. And, you know, it's just, you know, the ebb and flow of ham radio. That's the way it goes. So, you know, looking forward to getting more active and getting some projects and stuff going. Main thing I got to do is I got to get my HF dipole. One end of my HF dipole fell down. The annoying little squirrels, you know, gnawed through my antenna rope for the second time. And so I got to get the end of my dipole back up. But I think I trained them because I was using the same rope to hold my bird feeder up. And they kept chewing through that rope and knocking my bird feeder down. So I took somebody's suggestion and I mixed up some super spicy hot sauce and coated the rope in it and put my bird feeder back up. And I noticed that there was one little bite out of the side of it, and that was it. I think I've got them trained to leave my antenna rope alone.
Well, there you go. That's the way to do it. Absolutely. Yeah, HF troubles seem to be plaguing all of us lately. I've had no HF at my house since mid-April. Something in the neighborhood got switched on that just absolutely... I don't even hear FT8. FT8, CW, never heard it. Yeah, anyway. So there you have it. Well, thanks for checking in tonight, Mike. Always good to hear you. And you know the drill. Come back anytime. You're always welcome.
Yeah, well, thanks, Frank. Looking forward to turning it back to you. And Susie, you can stir up next. N6ICW.
And as I'm sure you could see, if you ever miss a NorCal SwapNet, I have them all up on my YouTube page going back to 2023. Now, granted, they're only around for when I'm actually around and able to live stream them. So, you know, they're not all there, but a lot of them are. So with that, this is the NorCal SwapNet. It's 0340 UTC. We're looking for check-ins or listing number 2. Who's going to be it tonight?
November 5, Delta India Mike.
N5DIM. Good evening, Tony. How you doing tonight?
We're doing pretty good, man. And if Armand's still on the side, I tried to get in there when I heard him, but I was right in the middle of a net on 80 meters. But Armand, hope the best. Hope the best for you, brother. Hope you recover quickly. We miss you out here. I do have a want tonight. If you're ready to copy, over.
I'll make this easy, Tony. Is it the want from last week?
No, I don't know what I asked for last week. If it was an FT101, I got one, and I actually picked up a Kenwood TS530 also, so no, I'm pretty good on that. Now I'm looking for an accessory.
All right, go ahead with the accessory.
Right, I'm looking for the FT101, the matching speaker, which I believe was the SP101D, and I can't even find one on Fleabay. I do see some landliners on there that look pretty rough and got extraordinary price stickers behind them, but I would take a landliner just to get the
just to have it as an external speaker. So an FT101 matching speaker or the FT101 phone patch was referred to as the landliner. But if anybody has one of those, I'd be definitely interested in talking to you, just trying to get this series kind of dialed in. I got the oscilloscope that goes to station monitor, and I've got a FL2100B that matches all that, but a matching speaker or a landliner would probably finish it off. My name's Tony. I'm located in Sacramento, and my phone number is 916-947-6005. Over.
All right. Well, Tony, I have some great news for you. I don't know if he still has it for sale or not. I don't know if he sold it or not. But if you can, I have some info for you when you're ready to copy something down.
All right, go ahead, shoot.
All right. Kilo Juliet 6, Whiskey Juliet. That's Bill in Rockland. He has, as of 3 weeks ago, a Yaesu Sierra Papa 101 matching speaker. He wanted $150 for it. You can text Bill in Rockland 916-624-3890. Again, the phone number 916-624-3890.
I appreciate that. Now we'll hit him up. I appreciate that big time, man. So that's how it works. You put out a want, sometimes it finds you. Everybody on the band, have a good rest of your evening, and we'll look for you at the upcoming swap meets. Try to catch out there and put a handshake on everybody. 73s, N5D, I am clear.
Fantastic, Tony. And just in case, I will read your listing back, just in case somebody might have it and Bill winds up having sold his. Number 2 tonight, November 5, Delta India Mike, Tony in Sacramento. He has a want. He's looking for the Sierra Papa 101 matching speaker by Yaesu. You can reach Tony, 916-947-6005. Again, that's N5DIM, Tony in Sacramento, 916-947-6005.
Thank you.
Of course, and please do come back and let us know if you get the speaker from Bill.
I'm going to save that and hit it up, but I'd like to find one for $40 or $50 at the swap meet. That makes me real happy.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely agree. By the way, Bill is a text only, because of all the spam calls. Text him first if you do anything. Don't just call him. Text him first.
Roger that.
And that's how you do it, folks. That's listing number 2 tonight. It is 0345 and 50 seconds, because we'll go that far in. This is the NorCal SwapNet, and we're looking for any last check-ins or any other listings tonight.
KB0RB, not sure if you can copy me.
Kilo Bravo 6, Romeo Bravo?
Kilo Bravo 0, Romeo Bravo. QSL?
Roger that, John. Good evening. How you doing tonight?
Well, I'm doing quite well. Thanks for running the net. I've got some stuff to offer for swap. We've got a club member at the Vaca Valley Radio Club who's moving out of state, and I have the contents of his shack in my garage. So I've got a whole bunch of things to offer.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I am poised and ready to write down as quick as I can what you have.
Yeah, roger that. And if you give me an email address, I can also share a spreadsheet that I've got with a detailed inventory, but I'll give you the highlights. I've got a Cushcraft M600 multi-band vertical. I've got a spool of RG223 coax, about 100 feet of it. I've got some homemade wire dipole antennas. I've got a Yaesu ST470 dual band HD. I'm going to drop and come back.
Oh, okay, hold on, John. Let's do this a little slower here. The Cushcraft M600 multi-vertical. How much are they looking for that?
We're open to offers. I think we take $250 for that guy.
All right, and then the spool of RG223, you said, or 213?
223 coax, approximately 100 feet. I can't see both ends, so it's an estimate. We're asking $40 for that.
All right, and then homemade wired dipole antennas?
Yeah, that's like a hobby project, so we take $25 for that. It's nothing too exciting.
Okay, and then now we go on to the Yaesu.
All right, Yaesu ST470 dual band HD, depth charger, several batteries, manual, MH34 external mic. Pretty complete package. Looking for, I think, $25 for that.
The microphone was MH what?
Mike Hotel 34.
And how much were you asking for that again?
I think we'd be pleased to get $25 for that.
All right, John. And what's good contact info? It can be phone or email.
Yeah, I'll give you a phone number. I have a bunch more stuff, but hang on. Let me pull up a phone number for you that you can reach me at. You can text me at 707-469-3006.
All right, I got that. How many more items, just so I can queue things up here?
Oh boy, the spreadsheet probably has 30 or 40 more things, but I won't read them all to you. I'll give you the highlights. There's a couple of radios and a power supply, and I think we'll probably keep it at that. An MFJ tuner and a couple of switches.
All right, just to keep things short and sweet, you know, don't want. You can come back every week and list as much as you want, you know. But I try to keep things as short as, you know. Don't want to have too much there. Why don't we do the tuner, power supply, and another radio?
All right, you got it. And I'm happy to provide this full spreadsheet to anybody who contacts me, so do hit me up. The tuner is an MFJ. Oh crap, where did it go? One by one. MFJ 989 Delta, legal limit manual tuner.
All right, you got a little scratchy there. There's the MFJ 99 Delta, Niner Delta manual tuner.
989 Delta, Frank.
990 Delta?
989 Delta.
Thank you. My brain and mouth is not behaving tonight. 989 Delta manual tuner. All right, John. How much do you want for that? Oh man, even through my duplex side of things, he's scratchy. How much?
150, Frank.
Thank you, Armand. See, you have such great ears. All right, John, what's the next item? The power supply?
Yeah, so the power supply is an Astron RS35A linear.
By the way, your signal came up, so much better. All right, how much for that?
Stand by one, I was just walking outside. Looking for 75 on the power supply.
All right, and let's do another radio.
All right, the The resistance here is an ICOM IC738 HF all-mode transceiver. And that has also with it, sold separately but included and available, an ICOM SP20 external speaker.
All right, you said the speaker was separate?
Yeah, they go together, but we're selling them separately. We can make a deal for the package, but they're separate. Looking for $75 on the speaker and $200 on the transceiver.
All right, fantastic. And as I said, you can come back every week and list as much or little as you want. I don't want to do too much, and overwhelm people here. And Armand, thank you for the relay there. John, going outside definitely helped. All right, listing number 3 tonight. Kilo Bravo 0, Romeo Bravo. That's John in Vacaville on behalf of the Vacaville Radio Club. Very nice club, by the way. Love the guys over there. Multitude of items here tonight. A Cushcraft M600. That's a Mary 600. Yes, I know I used the wrong phonetics, but whatever. Multi-vertical. Open offers, looking for $250 if possible. Item number 2 is a spool of RG223 coax, approximately 100 feet. They're looking for $40 for that. Item number 3 is a homemade dipole wire antenna. It's a homebrew type thing. $25 for that. Yaesu Fox Tango 470 dual band with desk charger, several batteries, and the MH34 microphone. $25 for that. Next up on the list is the MFJ 989 Delta manual tuner. They're looking for $150 for that. Along with that is an Astron RS35A. That's the Romeo Sierra 35 Alpha linear power supply. It's a wonderful power supply. It's actually what I'm using right now on the desk. They're looking for $75 for that. And the last 2 items are being sold separately, but you can bundle them together and make a deal with the club. The ICOM IC738HF all-mode transceiver, they're looking for $200 for that. And the ICOM Sierra Papa 20, the SP20 external speaker, they're looking for $75 for that. You can reach John, Kilo Bravo 0, Romeo Bravo, by texting him at 707-469-3006. Again, that's John in Vacaville, KB0RB, 707-469-3006. Any corrections there, John?
Nope, you got it all great. I just want to note that all funds will go to support the club's operating budget. None of this goes to me personally, and thank you very much for all of your consideration and help.
Oh, thank you very much for checking in tonight, John, and for that wonderful listing. Absolutely. And all those funds go directly to the Vaca Valley Radio Club, not to John himself, but to VVR and the great radio club that they have there. And it is 0356 UTC. This is the NorCal Swap, your host, Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey. We're looking for listing number 4 or check-ins. And Armand on team replay here. Thank you for that relay. I could not hear John that well. I'm sure you can hear that on the replay here. So thank you for that. Well, I guess it's time for the crickets to come out. Any last check-ins or another listing for edition number 34 to NorCal Swap? If not, I'll read back these 3 listings and call it a night.
Alpha Charlie 6 Charlie Golf, AC6CG, Dave and Napa. checking in and wondered if I could list a want. Over.
Oh, absolutely, Dave. Go ahead. And by the way, be safe up there.
Okay, very good. I'm sorry I didn't catch the question. Suddenly got a loud noise in here. Could you repeat, please? Over.
Go ahead with your want and be safe up there. I know the picket fire is up there in that area and growing very rapidly.
Yeah, it's very sad. Hopefully they'll be able to contain it rather quickly. Okay, this is Dave, Alpha Charlie 6, Charlie Golf AC6CG, Portable 6 in Napa for the weekend, and I have I have one want, but it could be one of two radios. Either an ICOM ICR 75, this was an HF through 6 meter receiver, and it was ICOM's receiver from, I guess, about circa 2000 to probably 2010. Looking for that, or a Yaesu VR 5000. This is kind of a more portable radio, but had broad coverage from, I don't know, maybe, I think it was something like 100 kilohertz up to 2 gigahertz. It was a mobile multi-mode receiver. Either of those would be of interest, and you can text me or reach me by phone at 510-648-7448, AAC6CG, back to net.
All right, real quick, Dave, are you just visiting Napa or going to go back, or is there a QTH in the Hayward area?
Yeah, the way it works is I'm in the primary QTH through the middle of the week, and then we come up here like Thursday nights through Monday. So I flip between two QTHs. Over.
All right, roger that. I just wanted to make sure I got it right, so if people, did the QRZ thing, they could not get confused. All right, listing number 4 tonight. Alpha Charlie 6, Charlie Golf. Dave in Napa and sometimes Hayward. He has a want. He's looking for the ICOM ICR. That's the India Charlie Romeo 75. It's an HF through 6 receiver. Or he is looking for the Yaesu Victor Romeo 5000, the VR 5000 portable radio. If you know... if you have one of those collecting dust or know where one can be found, you can contact Dave, 510-648-7448. Again, that's AC6CG, Dave in Napa, sometimes Hayward, 510-648-7448. Any corrections, Dave?
That was perfect. Appreciate it. AC6CG.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for listening and thanks for checking in tonight. We're here every Thursday, 8 p.m. for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending upon how active the net is. Thank you, Jody. All right. Any other check-ins or listings for the NorCal swap as we creep past the 0400 mark? Yeah. Crickets, 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 crickets. Okay. All right. Well, not hearing anything, I'll read back these 4 listings. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 listings. My brain went dead there for a second. Listing number 1 tonight. Kilo Juliet 6, Jack Daniels. KJ6JD, Jody, don't send the ham phonetic police after me. That's John's nickname here. KJ6JD, John in Sacramento. He's looking for a 2-meter amp for a good cause. you can give John a call, 916-616-9980. That's John, KJ6JD, looking for a 2-meter amp for a good cause. 916-616-9980. Listing number two tonight is Tony, N5 Delta India Mike in Sacramento. He has a want, and it may be fulfilled. We'll find out maybe next week. He's looking for the Yaesu Sierra Papa 101. That's the Yaesu SP 101 matching speaker for a handful of radios, apparently. You can reach Tony at 916-947-6005. Again, N5DIM Tony in Sacramento, looking for the Yaesu SP 101 speaker, 916-947-6005. And a nice big listing tonight comes from John, Kilo Bravo Zero Romeo Bravo in Vacaville. All of this is being sold by the Vaca Valley Radio Club, and all funds go directly to them. Item number one on this list tonight, the Cushcraft M600. That's the Mike 600 multi-vertical. They're open to offers, but looking for $250 on it. There's a spool of RG223 coax, approximately 100 feet. They're looking for $40 for it. They also have homemade dipole wire antennas. They're looking $25 for, I didn't clarify with John, but maybe he's still listening. If there's multiple antennas, I don't know if that's $25 per antenna or $25 for the bunch. You can find out from John, though, I'm sure. Continuing with John's listing, the Yaesu Fox Tango 470. It's a dual band radio with desk charger, several batteries, and the Mike Henry 340 MH34 speaker mic. You can get that for a whopping $25. There's also the MFJ 989 Delta. That's the 9er Delta manual tuner. They're looking for $150 for that. Hi, Gary. And last three items. Astron RS35A linear power supply. That's the Romeo Sierra 35 Alpha linear power supply by Astron. I'm running one right now on the desk to run this net. They're looking for $75 for that. And the ICOM IC738 HF all-mode transceiver, they're looking for $200 for that. And last but not least in this is the ICOM SP20 external speaker. That's the Sierra Papa 20 external speaker. They're looking for $75 for that. Those last two items, the IC738 and SP20, can be sold as a bundle. You know, you make a deal with the VVR Club and let them know and work something out. You can reach John for all of these items. Please text him 707-469-3006. Again, that was John, Kilo Bravo Zero Romeo Bravo in Vacaville, 707-469-3006. And that's text only there. And last but not least tonight was Alpha Charlie 6 Charlie Golf. That's Dave in Napa and sometimes Hayward. He's looking for an ICOM ICR 75. That's the India Charlie Romeo 75. It's an HF through 6 meter receiver. He is also looking for, or instead of, a Yaesu Victor Romeo 5000. That's the VR 5000 portable radio. You can reach Dave at 510-648-7448. Again, AC6CG, Dave in Napa and Hayward, 510-648-7448. And with that, are there any last corrections, fills, or comments for the NorCal swap? Well, hearing nothing, this has been another successful edition of the NorCal Swap, edition number 34. We're almost there, folks. Almost up to 52 already. And then we start all over again. Until next week at 8 p.m. Pacific, 0300 UTC, right here on the N6ICW Repeater system. This is Frank, Kilo Golf 6, November, Lima Whiskey. Clear and closing the NorCal Swap, edition number 34. At 0407 UTC. Good night, all. Thanks for being here tonight. Wait for people to come back. No one? Okay. Turn that off. Switch back over here. Good, that's saved. All right, thank you to everyone that stuck around throughout the whole NorCal swap here on the YouTube side. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, absolutely. Jody, yeah, that some of those R75s get a little pricey, absolutely. And we'll push through every week from now until whenever Armand gets back into the operating chair at the Radio Shack. And I know he's listening on the other side here. Mitch, really, you got to get your keyboard in order. Armand with an A, Armand with an O, which is still wrong. I'm facepalm. Okay, keyboard is nuts. Yeah, all right. Folks, links down in the description for everything ham radio wilderness related, including the Discord server. We'll see y'all next week, same time, same place. Until next time, 73 and pod on, y'all. Thanks, Jody. We'll catch you.